Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be doing the makeup for this beautiful lady. So as you can see, she has quite a lot of pigmentations on the cheeks. So I'll start with her hair first. So I'm curling her hair because she has this gorgeous hair color. So I'm giving her a party makeover. So I thought to curl her hair. So I'm curling her hair with this iconic hair curler. So I already did half of her hair. Now I'm curling the front section. So I'm rolling it and gonna keep it for a while. Also, I had sprayed a hairspray, hair setting spray, so that it stays for a while. So first I've sprayed the hair setting spray and then I'm curling her hair. So I kept it for a while, like 5 to 6 seconds. Now I've taken out the hair out of the curler. I'll be setting it with a comb just to set the curl. And now after setting it with the comb, I'll spray the hair setting spray again so that it stays for a good long time till then I finish my makeup. Then I'm gonna open the hairs with my fingers to give that soft curl. Now let's get started with the makeup. So I've already prepped her skin with a moisturizer. On the top of it, I'm using this Estee Lauder Idealist pore minimizing skin refinisher. So I'm using it to blur out her pores. Being a mature skin, we tend to have a lot of large pores, so I'm using this just to blur out her pores and give that smooth look, so that it works as a primer as well. It smoothens out the skin, so it does help to give you this smooth texture before you apply makeup. Also, it does a really good job minimizing the pores. I have applied it and I have seen the difference. It really smoothens out the skin, and being a mature skin, you have open pores. It does minimize your pores as well. So overall, I will say it's a really good product to invest in. It does an amazing job with the skin. So yeah, it's highly recommended and you should try it too. After smoothing out the skin, now it's time for concealer. So for that, I'll be using this Makeup Studio concealer palette, and I'm taking this shade Coffee to conceal her pigmentations. And now I'm blending it with a beauty blender. So I'm using this small beauty blender to blend under the eyes. I got this beauty blender from Westside. You can get yours from any of the brands. So I have concealed under the eye. Now I'm going on the forehead where there is a pigmentation. So she has a quite pigmentation on the forehead and the cheeks and the mouth. So I'm going to conceal it all. After concealing under the eyes, now I'm going to conceal with the same concealer on the eyelids. After concealing, now I'm going to take this neutralizer. It's an orange neutralizer to conceal her dark pigmentations which could not be covered by the concealer. For that, I'll be using this orange neutralizer, and you can also use the red neutralizer as well, but make sure you don't apply too much, otherwise it will turn out to look orange and your base will be yellowish and reddish. So don't do that. You have to apply very minimal and very less, and blend it out with the beauty blender and apply it on the particular area where there is required. Now I'll be using this Anastasia Beverly Hills loose setting powder. It's a translucent loose powder. So I'm gonna set that concealer right there so that it doesn't get smudged with the foundation. So I'm setting this concealer with this loose powder. It's a really nice shiny textured loose powder. So yeah, it's good. After setting the concealer, now I'll be using this CoverFX Custom Cover Drops Foundation in the shade G20. And with the foundation, I'll be mixing this CoverFX Custom Enhancer Drops Bronzer in shade Candlelight. So I'm gonna mix both of them and then apply it on the skin. I have mixed the Custom Cover Foundation and the Custom Enhancer Drops Bronzer. So I've mixed it. I have taken 2 drops of the foundation because it's a thick full coverage foundation, and I've mixed it with this liquid illuminator which is also from CoverFX. So I'll mix it, and now I'm applying it on the skin, so it gives a really shine to the skin. And yes, it's full coverage, so you can also mix a drop of a face oil if you want to. Adding a face oil into a full coverage foundation also helps to give you that shine, and also helps to foundation blend quite easily. So yeah, that is what we use face oil for, when we blend it with a foundation. So you can do that too. I have mixed the illuminator, so I didn't use the face oil, but you can also mix a drop of face oil with the illuminator as well. That's not a problem. And also I'm using this beauty blender, which is from Pat Cosmetics. Now I'm blending the same foundation under the eye, and I have blended on the eyelids as well. Now I'm taking the same concealer palette from which I have concealed. I'm taking the darkest shade, the darkest chocolate brown shade, to contour her face. And while contouring, make sure you don't contour too below from the cheekbone, because then it's a mature skin, it will start looking saggy and more loose. Try to do it little upwards. She has a small face, but her forehead is quite broad, so I'm contouring that as well. Now I'm contouring the double chin area. She has quite a lot of double chin, so I am blending it outwards as well to hide that double chin through contouring. So yeah, I am going towards the ear and also downwards to the neck to contour that double chin properly. And now I'm blending it with the same beauty blender, which is from PAC. I'm blending the contouring. I'm not using brush to blend the contouring because it's a cream contour, so I'm trying to blend it with a beauty blender so it merges with the skin. That's why I'm not using brush. Also, sometimes when you use cream product, the brush takes out the products. That's why I use beauty blender for cream products. Also, because I have to do cream contouring, I haven't set the base after the foundation with any kind of powder. I have done the cream contouring on the top, so that's why I haven't set the base before. I'll do it later when I'm finished using the cream products. Now I'm contouring the nose. As you can see, while contouring the nose, I'm taking the contouring upwards to the eyebrows, because then it blends really nicely and looks very natural. That's why I'm blending it till the eyebrows. Also, I have done a little outwards contouring in the eyes. After using the cream contour, I'll be using this Kiko Milano baked bronzer. It's not a contour powder, it's a bronzer. Bronzer makeup can be used to darken areas of the skin without masking it or to add warmth. Bronzer is a great way to make your skin look radiant and healthy. So because she's lightest fair tone, that's why I don't wanted to contour her face. Instead, I wanted to add a warmth to her face. That's why I'm bronzing her face, not contouring it. I'm gonna blend the same bronzer on the eyes, on the crease line area. For blush, I'll be using this Dior blush. So this is a vibrant color powder blush from Dior. It has this vibrant orangish color. It's in the shade 896 Redissimo. It's a gorgeous blush, and the best part about this blush is it's very flattering on the skin and blends out smooth and lasts all day long. It's very pigmented, like very pigmented. If you touch the brush on it, the pigment will come on the brush. You don't have to swap it again and again, so you have to take a very little amount. For highlighter, I'll be using this Huda Beauty 3D Cream and Powder Highlighter palette in the shade Pink Sand. So it has this 4 beautiful shades: Capri, Santorini, Azures, Ibiza. I am using Azures and I'm mixing it with Capri to highlight the face. I'm using both of them. I kind of mix it and use it, and sometimes I'm using the single color. This palette is packed with 2 different textures of the highlighters. Also, this palette lets you build and sculpt your highlight to a desired level of radiance Now for the brows, I'll be using this Faces Canada Ultimate Pro Brow Defining Pencil in the shade Dark Brown 02. Also this pencil has this pulley at the back from which I'm combing the brows. Now I'm taking this angular shape brush which is also from pack. So it has a spoolie at the back and one side it has this angular shape brush from which I'm underlining the brows. After underlining the brows, I'm taking this single shadow from Bobbi Brown. It's a dark brown shadow. So I'm using this shadow for filling the brows and I've underlined with the pencil. Now filling it with this powder. You can take any dark brown eyeshadow or you can use your brow powder as well. That's perfectly fine. I didn't have the brow powder, so I used this dark brown powder to fill the brows. The right eyebrow shape can frame and flatter the eyes, as eyebrows are one of a person's most prominent facial features. They help accentuate the eyes, shape the face, and play a powerful role in communication. A soft brow with a shallow arch is the most flattering. It will maintain the natural balance of your face. And eyebrows can make or break your overall look. If they are too thin, they can dramatically change the dynamics of your face. Too thick, and they can drown your eyes. So it's very important to make that perfect brows according to the face which suits the person. So I make sure I give a proper time while making the brows. Now I've done making my brows. I'm highlighting the brow bone area with a concealer, with a lighter shade concealer, just to make it more defined and sharp. After underlining it with the concealer, I'm blending it out so that there is no harsh line. So after making the brows, I'm concealing it to make it more prominent, sharp and defined. That is the purpose of concealing the brows, and I'm blending it out with the brush. Now I'm using the beauty blender to blend it out so there is no harsh line left. I'm taking this loose powder from Anastasia Beverly Hill again to bake the face. For the eyes, I'm using this Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette which has it 18 dynamic shades in 4 unique textures, 1 dazzling glitter, 8 creamy mattes and 6 shimmering pearl shades and 3 duochrome toppers. On the crease, I'm using this shade called Musk. It's a light brown shade which I'm blending it on the crease. I'm using this shade on the crease to blend in with the bronzer and to create a crease line because she had quite creasy and puffy eyes. That's why I'm blending it above the crease line, and I'm using this light shade instead of the dark brown to make more space in her eyes because she has small creasy eyes. That's why I'm working on the above the crease line to make the eyes look little bigger and so that I get more space to work on the eyelids. Now I'm using the shade Saffron to blend outer corners of the eyes. Now I'm going inwards with the same color, the product which is left in the brush, using the shade Amber to blend out the outwards crease line. Now again I'm going in with the shade Saffron and I'm kind of making a V on the outer corners of the eyes. Now on the eyelids, I'm placing the color Nefertiti. I hope it sounds right. So I'm placing it on the eyelids. It's a golden shimmer glitter eyeshadow which I'm placing on the eyelids of her. If you have noticed, I haven't used any dark colors on her eyes because she has a small creasy eyes and dark eyeshadow makes it look more smaller. That's why, just to give her a eye space and make her eyes look bigger, I have used the lighter shades only, being it a glitter or a matte shades. I have used light colors only. Now I'm taking again the saffron color and I'm blending it outwards and making a little V and not doing it too dark. I'm just blending it out so that it gets very light. So I've blended it in the shape V just to extend her eyes. Taking this Smashbox Always On Gel Liner in the shade Fishnet, which is black in color. So I am drawing a very thin line on the outer corners of the eyes and I'm also filling it under the eyes on the top. Going in again with that angular shape brush just to blend out the liner. It's a long lasting 24-hour wear pigment red gel formula waterproof pencil, so it glides on, stays blendable for a few seconds, so you have playtime. So I'm applying along the lash line using short strokes to create ultimate graphic eye look. Now taking this angular shape brush and blending it outwards just to make a little fine wing. Placing the golden glitter on the inner corners of the eyes. Till now she looks quite happy with the look. On the lower lash line I'm blending the shade Musk and Saffron mixed, which I'm blending on the outer corners. Blending and taking it towards the inner corners, but I'm leaving the inner corners and I'm just blending it on 1/3 of the eyes, leaving the inner corner area of the eye. Going in again with this Huda Beauty 3D highlighter and I'm taking this white highlighter and I'm blending it on the inner corners of the eyes. Applying a dot of highlighter to the inner corners of the eyes. Make your whole eye area look lighter. This little trick gives your eyelids more dimensions. So this is the closure look. Now I'm using the powder under the eyes, using the same loose powder just to clear out the under eye area if there is any product left, and going in with the white pencil, using it in the waterline just to make the eyes look bigger. Now finishing off the eyes using this Dior Show Plump and Volume Mascara. It's a waterproof mascara. It helps to give volume to the lashes. So first, as you can see, now I'm doing upward strokes and then I'll be going in with the mascara. Some people take very lightly applying mascara on the lower lash line, but trust me, do it properly and take time to do it. Now I'm going to place this false mink lashes, which is from Pat Cosmetics. I am using the glue duo to place the lashes. The eyes is done, the face is done. Now moving on to the lips, I'm using this Huda Beauty lip contour in the shade Bombshell. It's a light pinkish peaches sort of a color. It has a very good formula. It's very smooth on the lips and the formula is really nice. The finish of the pencil is matte, but it's so soft and hydrating that it feels like a butter texture wise. It's not that matte and dry to the lips, so it's a really nice pencil. I'm outlining her lips just to make it a little bigger and giving that perfect shape to it. That's why I'm outlining the lips instead. I'm lining her lip shape, so that helps to make your lips look a little bigger and you can just shape it accordingly. For filling in the lips, I'm gonna use a lipstick from this palette. It's an Anastasia Beverly Hills 10-piece liquid lipstick holiday set. It has this 10 beautiful shades which includes metallics and nudes. I'm gonna use this color which is in the shade Chrome Red for her. It's a long-lasting full pigment formula, dries down to a comfortable weightless matte or metallic finish, delivers smudge-proof wearability, includes a double-sided flat applicator which makes it so comfortable and easy to use, with a rounded tip that distributes the perfect amount of product for precise, even application. It's a very pretty rose petal kind of a color. It is not red, it is not pink, it is the mixture of red and pink, and it looks beautiful on the lips. Beautiful. The texture is so nice, though it is a matte lipstick, but it doesn't feel dry on the lips. It is so hydrated and so comfortable on the lips. Now I'm taking the lip brush and just making the outer lines for the lips to make it look clean and defined. Now I'm gonna conceal the lips with a concealer. So I'm concealing it just to make it look more defined, sharp and clean. Buffing out the excess powder which I used for baking. Now to fix the makeup, I'm using this MAC Prep and Prime, and I'm using this setting spray to fix the makeup so that it gets long lasting and sweat proof. Also it makes the makeup smudge proof. And it's done. You can see how flawless and beautiful and effortless her skin looks. It looks so blended very nicely, like no harsh lines, no nothing. It looks beautiful on her. So this is the final look. I have opened up her hair with my fingers to give that soft curl look, and I've set her here in the front to give that nice wave in the front. And this is the final look with the makeup and the hair, and I hope you guys like it. It looks so blended to the skin. There's no harsh lines and the eye makeup is blended so nicely. So I hope you guys like this video. Also, I'm a professional makeup artist, and if you want, you can book me for your makeup as well. So yeah, that's the overall look which I did. I hope you guys like it, and thank you guys for watching and tuning in. If you like this look, don't forget to comment below, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, and subscribe my channel for more such videos. I upload thrice a week, which is TTS, every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Love you all. Bye bye.